So my first very immediate reaction throughout the film, like I was kind of I know in the video post he said that there was never or the discussion board, he's never had anybody say it with like a meh attitude about the video. I feel like the thing that really made me feel uncomfortable was that the very, very end when it talks about like the circumcision of boys when they're young. Like I never thought about, you know, what that would be like. Like, I don't know. As babies, you're not going to remember it. Anybody our age that, parents decided to do that, I never thought that when they could grow up that could be a bodily choice that they would not make for themselves. Like, I never thought that they may have that choice that could be taken away from them. Um, Other than that, the second thing that I think really was shocking to me was at the very beginning when it brought up the statistics in like the wars in like Iraq and stuff like that, and it was I think it was Iraq, but it was like 8 women died while they were there, and there was 54,000 other people that died there, and all of that was men. I think I don't even understand how that number would be so grossly different if they're all going to the same place with the goal to do the same thing. I don't, I really don't know what would be so different over there that it would just be so, like, those numbers are just really insane to me. Other than that, I found lastly that tricking like a boy into being the father was very publicized, and like sure people joke about it, but I think that's kind of very disturbing that was almost like standard practice and encouraged by like TV shows and friends and people around them. I just think that that's really disgusting. And not only that the one guy in the documentary, he was going to go to jail for $30,000 worth of child support that he didn't pay for a kid that wasn't his because he was like also tricked into that. I think that I knew that there was a difference. Like I used to say it all the time, and I used to get yelled at for it, that I would be totally happy, just doing what I'm doing now. Like I support what people decide is right for them to pursue and like fight for and all that stuff. But I would be perfectly happy being in the household, working my regular 9 to 5 job, like making dinners, doing the laundry, whatever. I feel like I recognize that if I have a husband who does go out and work a very hard job, to support his family, that, you know, I I just think I always knew through like my dad going to work and working so hard to provide for us that we were very lucky, even like my mom was very lucky to stay home and not have to work these awful hours. I think I recognized that the male figures in my life worked very, very hard, and that I one day, if that's how that worked out for me, I would be very lucky. um I just I think I knew that there was a big difference between male and female work and their rights, not rights. Like I knew it was there. I knew that there was something, but I think actually seeing it all in one place is I think it makes it very different. It's seeing it and how it affects people versus just feeling it, if that makes sense. But those are my three things.